This is a guide on how to unlock and set up the Gamma 2 printed in place RC car. For print settings, please review the text file included in the download. The Gamma 2 has microstructures embedded in the wheels and joints to hold them in place while it prints. Break them loose by twisting as shown here. The micro supports will likely still be dangling in some locations. You can clear them out with a knife. Leaving them on won't stop the car from working, but it will perform better. There's also a small support structure on the steering rack where your servo horn will go. After the wheels and joints have been freed, you'll need to lubricate them. I typically use machine oil or WD-40. 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 There's two variants of the chassis to choose from. The one shown here has the body clips embedded in the frame, so no screws are necessary. The other one you will need 4 M2 screws to mount the clips. I've included files for tires to print, but keep in mind that 3D printed tires are pretty stiff compared to the conventional ones, so the grip will be low even with TPUs like Ninja Flex. Next, we'll install the electronics. I'll put my recommended components in the description of this video. You'll also need some Velcro and double stick tape, and an 8-tooth 0.5 module pinion for the motor. For steering, you can use the servo horn provided with your servo, but you'll need an M2 screw to connect it to the steering rack. Or you can use the printable servo horn included with the Gamma. There's 3 different sizes. It may or may not work depending on the servo you purchased and the accuracy of your printer, but if you do use it, then you won't need to use any screws at all on the Gamma, other than the little one that comes with the servo. Well, you don't have to buy new screws. If the slot feels too tight, take a file and open it up a little. When installing the motor, keep an eye on the gears, and make sure the rear of the motor sits inside the half-moon-shaped slot. The motor mount is designed to accommodate both brushless and brushed motors. Next, we're going to install the speed control and receiver, and for these you will need double stick tape. Think through your layout configuration before you stick anything down. I chose this layout because my speed control has a short receiver wire and I didn't want to have to do any soldering. Use a zip tie to hold the wires together for a cleaner look. Make sure that your motor can plug in without any issues. Finally, we can install the battery. I already applied the Velcro on the back of this one and now I'm going to apply it to the chassis. I like to give the gears a little extra oil after I install the pinion so that they will lubricate together, and then I start a short break-in process. At this point, the car is completed and ready to drive. Let's put the body back on and take it out for a spin. The Gamma can move much faster than this, but it's being limited by the 3D printed tires. As mentioned earlier, printed tires have little traction. I wanted to show you what to expect if you use them. They will work on carpet or very flat asphalt, not fat asphalt, or even dirt, but they're not great, especially on regular roads. While making this tutorial, I was working on a new update, so I decided to switch all the components over to the new chassis. Also, I put some double stick tape on the rims and some proper rubber tires. I made the rear axle pretty thick, but if you need to reinforce it, you can install a 2mm by 70mm metal shaft. Alternatively, you can use the axle to break... What the hell am I saying? You can use the shaft to repair a broken axle with some glue. The new tires are installed, and let's take it out for another spin. That's it for this video. If you'd like to learn more, check out my Instagram, or if you're an old fart that still uses Facebook, join the Pip Racers group and possibly share a picture of your build. Adios.